Opa galera, opa gente, todo mundo. Bem-vindo ao Grande Prêmio aqui no coração de São Paulo. Para Grande Prêmio de São Paulo. Estamos aqui para uma última corrida de temporada. Hello everyone and welcome. That was some Portuguese for you. For your car in the place. We're here for the STB Race League Season 22 Sao Paulo Grand Prix. We're here for the final round of the season. And we're here at my favourite track on the calendar. It is the Brazilian Grand Prix, the Brazil circuit, giving you the action, giving the entertainment for a final time. It's going to be a sprint race as well, so it is a one-shot qualifying session. So we are looking at seeing who's going to get this pole position. It is intermediate conditions for the qualifying. So we're going to see who's going to get pole position here in Brazil. It looks like it's going to be Mythos Speed with that lap time. So it is Mythos Speed on pole position for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. We're here in Interlagos. The love for this track, it has been absolutely incredible. I love this track. Everyone knows I adore Interlagos. And I can't wait for this Grand Prix. But it is Mythos Speed on pole position, the final pole position for Tier 1 on F1 22. It's been a pleasure to race on this game. It's been difficult at times, but it has been an absolute pleasure. He is on pole position in Brazil. Second is VRT Mustache. Third is Joey. Fourth is STB Semike. Fifth, Mafia. Great qualifying from him. He'll be happy with that. Sixth is Aaron Raminguez. Seventh is Alpha Dan Souza. Eighth is TTV Shadrin. Ninth is SK. 10th is Callum. 11th is Crooken. 12th is Hugo. 13th is Berbers. 14th is Adi Ferrari. 15th is Mattia Limburger. 16th is Julian. 16th is Kevin Bylan. 18th is Diha. I don't know. Diha. No say. I will be, throwing in a few Portuguese phrases, a few Portuguese words here and there, just to add to the immersion of Brazil. But yes, it has been a great season. Williams and Red Bull are battling for that Constructors' Championship. So I will be, referring to that all the time as we go through these sessions. Bowers was your Season 22 champion back in the United States. So it has been a great season for him. And we do hope that most of these Tier 1 drivers do continue onto the new game. It's it's looking very promising so far, F1 2023. So I am looking forward to that. Looking very promising so far. Sorry, Sorry, I just had to check the stream. I believe there's no formation lap as well for the sprint. I don't know whether he's done that. Is it formation lap? Okay, he's put the formation lap on. That's fine. It's not that deep. But yeah, there is a formation lap. Okay, that's fine. Is Alpha not? Okay, Alpha's not in there. So let's see if we can get him back in. So yes, guys, we are in Brazil. My favourite track on the calendar. A track that is liked by a lot of drivers. If you're also wondering where Pistol is, he unfortunately can't be with us this evening. He's not feeling very well. So yeah, hopefully he'll be back tomorrow for Tier 2, where the drivers will be battling for that championship. It's going to be Yavas Tugra and Dark Engineer battling there. 1 point separates the top two going into the final race. I'm not here. I'm actually going to see a Brazilian singer, my favourite Brazilian singer in London. So I'm keeping it on theme for you guys. I'm keeping it on theme. Going to see a Brazilian singer in the week of Brazil. I'll be back ready to win the Tier 3 race on Wednesday in Sao Paulo. I'm ready. Everyone's ready for me to win that race. So I'm very looking forward to it. I've got a tear in my eye. It's emotional stuff. Most drivers will be starting on the medium compound tyres. I don't think anyone's really going to be going on those softs unless they crash in the sprint. You've got to be careful though, not cause any collisions. Don't do any stupid moves. Keep it clean. Mafio's in a good place as well. So these drivers are looking good here for the final race of the season. It's been a 16 race season. We've gone from the down under of Australia to the deserts of Bahrain, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia. We've been to China. We've been to Europe. We've been to Monza, of course, where we had the anniversary race. 9 years of the league this season. We've been to Austin, we've been to Mexico, and we're here in South America, the final race of the season, the Brazilian Grand Prix, the Grande Premio de São Paulo, Prefeitura de São Paulo. And we're here for the start of the final race of F1 22 in Tier 1. Lights out and away they go. That's a great start there from Mr. Speed. Joey gets a better start off than the Mercedes. And that's a great start from Maffio. He's already up to P2 and he's hitting the Mercedes round the first corner. Maffio takes P2 of the Grand Prix. There's a bit of a spin down at the back there. I think Dan Souza is also boxed down there as well. We've got Julia now in a collision down at the back there. SK's been spun. He's out of contention. But Maffio is in P2 in the sprint race here in Brazil. Great start from him. Samike is going to go on the inside of the Alpine here of Mustache as they come to Ferradora, and he's running outside of the Alpine and he's got the move done. Look at that, great stuff. And then we've got Callum and Diha in the midfield. Callum is reserving tonight, so he's definitely out of his depth with these Tier 1 drivers. And there you go. I don't know what happened with SK. I think there might have been some contact there into the hairpin corner now. Looks like there's been a spin. Yeah, there's been contact. Hooken has been spun round in through the hairpin corner, and it's absolute chaos on his first lap of the Brazilian Grand Prix. There's an AlphaTauri span, and William Mercedes off the track as well. And that is that. Crazy scene here in Sao Paulo, and Samike is on the pace here, down, up, running outside of Joey through the Estocena, and he gets the move done. Semi's up to P3, but Maffio is on the pace here in Brazil. He's in P2 here in Sao Paulo. I can't believe it. Right, here we go. We've got Mustache now trying to get through on Aaron Ramirez here as they come into the Siga del Lago. And he's got the move done. He's up to P5 there in his Alpine. Great moves there from the Alpine driver. Ali Fry's made up a few places off the start as well. He's up to P7. And he's going to try and get past Aaron as well. So this is a great little battle in this midfield. Callum's got himself up to P11. Good start from him. He's definitely sweating to get these positions in this midfield. And Alfa Romeo's up the inside. Bit of contact, so Diha's going to come through. Got up to P12 now, has Diha. Don't know if I'm saying that right. Is it Deha? Diha? I'm really sorry. I've butchered that pronunciation. I am really sorry. But it is Mythos Speed that leads the Sao Paulo sprint race here. Second is Maffio. They're all going past the grandstand I sat at in the race. Very emotional stuff. Yes, now it's just about keeping in that DRS now, Maffio. Mythos is definitely quicker at the moment, but he's used a lot more ERS. ERS is very important around the track, especially down that pit straight. And there's been a spin. No, there's been an overtake. That's Diha on the inside of Callum there. Diha's now up to P11 on his STB debut. Hopefully he will join us next season. That'll be something to look forward to. He's all the way from Turkey. There's been a good addition of Turkish drivers in the league this season, across all tiers. So, and that's a big shout out to Kartal Han Yilmaz. He's definitely brought the Turkish community to the league, and we definitely appreciate that. So thank you, Kartal. Thank you. We appreciate that. Ali Ferrari then is going to be on the back of Aaron Ramirez, and this is going to be a battle going on here. Callum's keeping with the pack. He is keeping with the pack here. Now it's just about keeping the tyres in check. Maffio's got that gap back down to 7 tenths now. You can see the red light on Mythos Speed's red light. Is this an opportunity for Maffio here in Brazil of all places? He's told me in the past he doesn't like this track very much. He isn't very quick around it. And SK has spanned once again. I think you're just trying to get to the end of this sprint race and just trying to move on to the actual Grand Prix. But Maffio is really burning that ERS. Is there a move on potentially here for the Williams drivers? Now DRS down here. down Arquibancadas, and then he's going to have it into Estocena, down the Reta Oposta. So here we go then, and he's had a big back end step out there. He needs to get back on the power, DRS it down the straight. Here we go, down the straight then. Still going to have that pace down the Reta Oposta, but it's all about keeping it on good traction in this second sector now if he wants to try and get the move back on the Mercedes. Got to use a bit extra ERS to try and get this move done. But now we've got Aaron Raminguez here on the back of VRT Moustache. He's back with us as well tonight. Moustache can't be with us in Mexico. He's back with us for the final race of this season. It's been an absolute cracker of a season. It's been, we've had some great races. It's been a pleasure to commentate with Christian as well. For the races that he has joined in as well. So it has been a really good occasion for us in Tier 1. But Maffio's going to have 3 tenths gap now to the Mercedes. This is in his best opportunity now. Down the pit straight, and Semi's trying to get the move done on Joey, or Joe's the other way round. And Maffio ran the outside of the Estocena. And there's I think that's SK span again, but we have to keep an eye on Maffio here. He's in that slipstream. He's going to get the ERS, the DRS, everything. He's going to pull to the outside line of the Cida del Lago, and he can't get the move done. This is a great battle so far between these front-running drivers. Maffio is in the hunt for pole position in tomorrow's in the Grand Prix here. In what you'd say the Sunday race. If this is what the 2022 race was, this would have been absolutely incredible. But yes, it looks like he's really struggling though through the middle sector, and he's able to gain the time back out down the straight because he's using, if he's using the same wings I use, he's using quite low wings compared to the drivers around him, and he's able to pull out down this straight and catch up. Here we go, he's doing it again. Here we go, it's Mythos Speed versus Maffio down the straight. Maffio pulls to the inside line of the first corner, and he gets the move done, lado and ultra passage. He's into P1, is Maffio. What a move there. Using a bit more overtake on the exit to try and get a bit of advantage. Now Mythos Speed's going to have that DRS and have Joey on his inside here. Maffio, don't fuck this. Maffio's got red light, and Joey's going to get the inside of the Mercedes, and he gets the move done. Joey up into P2, sends P4. Mythos has got below 10% ERS, and Maffio leads the Brazil sprint race here in Sao Paulo. What a wow! Incredible, that's what they'd say. Incredible. Oh, and Callum's been spammed. Oh, the Alfa Romeo there. Oh, well, there you go. Not much to say really, just a bit opportunistic, is that the words? Yeah, just a bit aggressive on the corner, and Crooken is having a bit of problems with the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo's off the track now, and then you've got that there, but now coming back here, you got Sem on the inside trying to get past the Mercedes of Mythos Speed, and he has to yield at the position once again. Maffio needs a good exit onto on the Retro Aposta, and Crooken now is battling with Matteo Limburger, but we're going to carry on with this one because Sem is now on the overtake. He has overtaken Mythos Speed. He's dropped down to P4 in a couple of laps. He's dropped 3 places in a couple of laps there. Has Mythos Speed. That's not good at all from the Mercedes, but it is Maffio who currently leads the Sao Paulo sprint race here in Brazil. I cannot believe it. Absolutely incredible, and Julian has spam. Maffio, just do it like I did last season. Keep it consistent, save that ERS, get the power down the straight, just do everything. Come on, Maffio. And I think that's Moustache. Yeah, that's Moustache past Mythos Speed. And I think Aaron's going to have a go up the inside as well. Mythos Speed is losing places left, right, centre here in Brazil. He's down to P6. here at Interlagos. Is Joey going to have an opportunity down the Retro Aposta? No, he won't. Mafio's just got enough straight line speed to fend him off for now. It's all about this second sector. Can Mafio hold this off here in Interlagos? Keep it steady, no stupid moves, no stupid traction movements. Very close though, very fucking close between the top 9 here. It's a 9-car DRS train from Mafio to Shadrin. Mafio, Joey, Sem, Moustache, and I think Ali Ferrari's had a spin. Yeah, he's made a mistake there, he's fucked that completely. And Sem's had a much better exit than Joey here. I think, is that a virtual safety car? That's going to help Matt. That's going to save Matt this lap. The virtual safety car. So something's happened on the track. Someone span, I think, and it's caused a virtual. That's going to really help Mafio to stay ahead for another lap and build that gap. Yeah, that's good. That's good for the Williams driver there. He just has to time the restart very well. Has to time this restart perfectly here. No stupid moves, no stupid, you know, things. And Julian has retired from the Brazil, well, from the Sao Paulo Grand Prix here. Sprint race, we'll see him in about 5 minutes' time back out on the track for the Grand Prix. Is the virtual safety car going to be in? Because if Mafio gets a penalty here, he is going to be screwed. Most likely will be at the back of the grid for the Grand Prix. So he needs to be careful not to overdo it on this virtual safety car. I think we're back racing. Callum has been speeding under Vert VSC, and I think we are continuing on here. Sem has disconnected from the lobby. Let's get him back in. One moment, guys. This is just the perks of being on F122. It's absolutely fucking incredible. Mafio's still in the lead then, but Joey's gonna have that DRS. And Mythos, I think Moustache is span. Yeah, Moustache is off the track. He's had a mistake or he's had a collision of some sort. Right, Mafio then. So the gap now to Sem is 1.1. So all Mafio needs to do is keep Joey behind him for this final lap of the sprint race. This has been a great race so far for the Williams driver. It's all about keeping it on the track. You don't want to do that, Matt. You do not want to do that. But he needs to be careful because he doesn't want to drain all of his ERS before Retro Aposta. And Joey's gonna have the line, but Matt's gonna go defensive. Yeah, that's a great defending from Mafio there. Great defender, but he needs to keep it. He needs to keep his position now. Put it in the middle of the road if you want to. And there's been a crash again. That's Aaron off the track. Side by side with the Mercedes here. And it's 3 wide. Got the Alfa Tauri, sorry, of Ali Ferrari getting feisty there. And Matt continues to lead the sprint race here in Brazil. That is incredible defending there from the Williams driver. I'm trying to see if Sem is still here. Oh, come on, Matt. Use everything you've got. Who is going to win? Is it going to be Joey? Is it going to be Mafio for the sprint race here in Brazil? It's going to go to the line. It's going to go to the line. Matt pushed him off the track, but Joey is down so many positions here. What has gone on there? Joey has dropped all the way down to P12 in this Grand Prix, P13. Oh no! Oh, he's going to be absolutely fuming. I don't know what happened there. But he is going to be absolutely fuming. But it is Maffio that wins the sprint race here in Sao Paulo. Great stuff. Wow. Yep, it's Maffio P1, second. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. So Shadrin actually came third in that race. Fourth was Tija. Fifth was Ali Ferrari. Sixth, Amike. Seventh, Aaron Ramirez. Eighth, C. Boas. Ninth, Hugo Rodriguez. 10th, Crooken. 11th, Matteo Lindberger. 12th, Moustache. 13th, Kevin Byron. 14th, Alpha Dan Souza. 15th was Joey. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know. He got a 20-second penalty for literally overtaking Matt. But Matt was trying to defend the position. And apparently Joey got the move done off the track. So, I don't know. That's absolutely crazy. You can't really do much though, because it is only a sprint. It is the sprint, so you can't really, carry over pens. You can't do much about penalties, shall I say, for the sprint race. You can't really, you can't change it, unfortunately. So we have to go straight into the race now, and he will start P15 on the grid here in Brazil. So, yes, the clouds are starting to form. This is giving me a little bit of deja vu when we come to Brazil. I remember when I was sitting in that grandstand and the clouds were starting to form. The clouds were starting to form in the Saturday. The clouds were starting to form, and it was absolutely torrential rain after the F1 session. I'm never gonna forget the experience of going to this Grand Prix, and going to the Grand Prix just makes me appreciate this track so much more. Seeing it in the flesh, it's an absolute classic circuit. It's amazing. I'm biased, slightly biased because of my love for Brazil, but it is just incredible. So yes, Joey then has got his work cut out in this Grand Prix. He'll start P15 on the grid. Let's look at tyres and the telemetry and all that good stuff. So Maffio will start on the hard compound of tyre. Second is Mythos Speed. So he's going to have the speed. Sorry, that was so bad. He's going to have the speed in the first stint of the Grand Prix. This is not really about pace. This is more about conserving your tyres, doing the strategy, and just really, doing a race. Whereas the sprint is more of that, and there's a car span on the formation app. He's going to have really warm tyres. It's more about, the strategy aspect of a Grand Prix, doing the 36 laps. Whereas the sprint is more just literally just drive and battle and defend your position and try and get as position as possible. There's a different sort of mindset that goes into the actual Grand Prix. So I'm intrigued to see. Maffio's been able to show us some good pace in the qualifying. Great start off the line as well. That really helped him in his quest for this being first on the grid here in Brazil. You can see right next to where I sat in the real life Grand Prix. I can't believe it. Look at that. I remember going up those yellow steps. I nearly tripped over one. That was a great little experience there. But the drivers are pulling up to their grid boxes. Maffio is really trying to walk those tyres and give himself the best start possible here in Brazil. It's going to line up now. The grid. We are getting ready for the final race of Tier 1 here in Brazil. It's 5 lights on the gantry for the drivers and for the follow time in Tier 1. We are lights and away we go. What a start from Maffio. Into the blinding start there into Turn 1. Diaz had a great start. He's up to P number 2, and it's going to be careful into the Estocena. But it is Diaz who leads the rest of the pack. And you've got some drivers on the track there. You've got Ali Ferrari battling up round. The Ferrari's running out. So we've got some spinners at the back. I mean, that's Hugo Rodriguez involved in something. You've got SK again involved in something. He's going to be absolutely pissed. Both Alfa Romeos have crashed, and Mafia leads by 0.5 of a second. Great start there from the Williams driver. Side by side is the Red Bull of Hugo Rodriguez and Kevin Bylands. They go to Felladora. Running outside goes the Red Bull, but there's no room for that. But he's going to try and get the move done on the next part of the corner. Kevin goes defensive there into the hairpin. And Hugo Rodriguez going to try and hold it around the outside with his better medium compound tires. Gets the move done. Yes, he does. He's up to P10 now in the Grand Prix. But Kevin Bylands going to go back up the inside. Very aggressive driving here. And Joey's running outside of the Red Bull as well. Hugo Rodriguez is losing places left, right, centre here in Brazil. He's up the inside of Joey again, but Joey's going to have the outside line, better grip. He gets the move done. Next up for Joey is Kevin Bylands. Here we go then. We have got Mafio versus D-Hap. Collision again. Up the straight as well. Okay, that's a little bit... Callum's in the pit lane as well. There's been some sort of contact. Come on, Mafio. Defend that position with all your might. Vamos que vamos. Perillo. Ciao. Benvenuti a Brazil. Benvenuti a Grande Premio Brazil. Ooh. Mafio, keep your car in the middle of the track. Don't do any stupid moves, not just yet. This is for the win of Brazil. If I get to interview Mafio as the Sao Paulo Grand Prix race winner, that'll just top off the whole week for him. That'll be absolutely incredible. We've got to have a good exit out the final corner. He has done so. And Ferrari's looking feisty now. Here we go. 10.8 fastest lap. He's on the mediums, of course. He's going to have a lot more pace compared to Sem, Shadrin, Boas, Moustache, even Dihera Mafio. Ali Ferrari is going to be on it here in Brazil, and Dihera is right on the back now. Mafio pulls to the inside of the circuit. And there is a yellow flag in the first sector. I think that might be Hugo Rodriguez. Yeah, he's made a mistake. Back to Mafio. He's still defending the inside. This is it. Oh, this is mental. Whew. Well, Mafio, no stupid moves. Keep it clean. At the moment, it will be Williams who will pick up the Constructors' Championship here in Brazil. Mafio's really carrying the team at the moment. But to be fair, Boas is P7, so he's in a good position. It is going to now be a DRS train for 11 drivers on this grid. I cannot believe it. This is why we love coming to Brazil. It's just so close and so closely contested. But Mafia is able to keep that ERS in check here. You've got and Ali Ferrari's up the inside of Mythospeed. Mythospeed's been pushed off the circuit there. Still up the inside of Ali Ferrari. Fuck me, hallelujah. Sem's trying to go around the outside now of the Mercedes, but you got Diha now. Mafio, keep it in the middle of the circuit. Middle of the circuit, Matt. Oh, for fuck's sake, what are you doing, man? Middle of the track at all times. Oh, we'll keep it in the DRS then, I suppose. It's a long race, and he is on the worst compounder tyre. So he's trying to get past Aaron Ramirez here, but he can't really get the move done, to be honest. He's going to have to wait for another lap, but look at this train of drivers. This is incredible stuff. And then Mercedes trying to have a move. Oh, Dia's on a set of pods. Oh, okay. Oh, it's crucial that Mafio stays in this DRS. Absolutely fucking crucial he stays in this DRS. Someone's about to get lapped. It might be Matteo Limburger. Right, get a good exit out of this, onto a Retro Aposta, and then just get him down the straight, Matt. That's what you need to do. Listen to the pro of Brazil, listen. Understand? Just keeping it nice and steady. No stupid moves. A long way to go in this Sao Paulo Grand Prix here. And mid-top speeds on the inside of Ali Ferrari. Remember, Ali Ferrari is on those mediums. Both of these drivers are on the medium compound of tyre. Been pushed off the track. I think there's been a collision down there. I think that's Shadrin. He's had a collision. I think he's been spun there. Out of contention. There's been a spin. Or a bit of traction loss there. I think that's Joey. Really struggling to get through in this midfield battle. And now Mafio is struggling now to keep up with Diha. Have that DRS though now. Gain a bit of time, and Limburger has retired from the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. He's out of the contention, and that is his season done and dusted. Probably his game as well. He probably won't have any more races on this game. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Limburger. Thank you, and we'll hopefully see you next season on the new game. Matt then has got the gap to 4/10. We're talking about gaps. We've got Kevin Byland. As Julian's also retired from the Grand Prix. Byland's trying to get past Ramirez here. But he can't find a way past the Spaniard. Julian, you'll see him back in action tomorrow. And Kevin Byland, what are you doing? He's just, I don't know what has gone on there. He's just dive bombed completely a Ferrari. I don't know what has gone on there. What has gone on there, to be honest. Crazy stuff. Well, I think now this is going to be a case of Matt keeping his ERS in check, keeping in the DRS. Hey, the sun's came out now. We love to see it. But yeah, guys, this is an incredible race. Welcome to everyone watching this Grand Prix here in Brazil. It's the final race of the season. The game is out next week. Early access is next Tuesday. We can't wait for a brand new game. I'm sure these drivers are very excited for that as well. But let's see if Mafio's Mythos speed is disaster for the Ferrari that the Mercedes are. Right, now Mafio needs to get back in this sort of gap. Looks like he loses a lot of time in the final sector. He's able to gain it back through this section. Ali Ferrari's made a big mistake, it looks like. Boas is now up to P4 in the race. Ali Ferrari's dropped down to P5. Joey ran the outside of the Ferrari. And he's overtaken Mr. Ramirez here. Got the job done. Mafio is now, Diha now has less than 10% ERS. That's really going to help Matt down the straight. Matt is on 40s. He's in the 40s% now of the ERS. He's going to have a lot more power to his advantage here. And Ali Ferrari's back up the inside of Joey. They're going side by side through the second sector. Matt, stay in the DRS. Whatever you do, stay in the DRS, Matt. Stay in the DRS. What is he doing? He needs to stay in the DRS. Otherwise, he's fucked. You have to stay in the DRS around this circuit. You have to. He doesn't have DRS. He's really hurting. Back in DRS again. We give him even more power because Diha has lost his pace now due to only being on 3% battery. Just has to do. He just has to be really good in the second sector. Looks like he doesn't really have the grip at the moment to challenge the Mercedes, but he does have the extra ERS, so that's going to help him later on. If I was Matt, I'd think about the undercut, how that's going to be very powerful later on in the race. I think he needs to think about that now if he wants to try and gain some time on the Turk. But Ali Ferrari then is going to go. He's going to go around Jonson. He's going to come through. Final corner. Using all of that ERS. He really wants this overtake on Moustache. He's going to go on the inside. Ali Ferrari. And he's hit the curb. Oh. Ai meu Deus do céu. Ai meu Deus do céu. Ai meu Deus. Ai meu Deus do céu. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh, come on, Matt. What are you doing? You're 1 point. The gap's 1.6 now. What's going on? The race has kind of calmed down a little bit now. There is a pit stop. I think that's Ali. Yeah, Ali Ferrari's been in the pits. He's retired from the Grand Prix. That is his race over and done with. Hello, Toby. Welcome to Brazil. Bem-vindo ao Grande Prêmio de Brasil, de São Paulo, aqui no coração de Interlagos. Bit of Portuguese there for you, Toby. Matthew's lost the position to Semike. You might want to use Semike as a bit of a DRS situation here. Sem looks to be quicker. So Matt can use them with the DRS. Excuse me, might tag him along a bit. What was the quickest quali here? One, it was one shot, so it doesn't really matter about the qualifying lap time, Toby. And two, it was wet. So, yeah, Mythos Speed got pole position. I think a 1:14 in intermediate conditions it was. Yeah. But the beginning had the fattest English accent. What? Bem-vindo. Bem-vindo. Thank you very much for the info. You're welcome, Toby. It is one race remaining in the season. And Matthews. I cannot. The leader of Raw fucked it. I can't believe it. He fucked it. He fucked it, guys. I can't believe it. Right then. Well, that's that then. He won the sprint race, Toby. The leader of Raw won the sprint race, and then he's just come in the Grand Prix and he's just fucked it. So yeah, that's great stuff. We'll see you next season, Matt. We'll see you next season. Because I mean, if the admin of the league doesn't want to race, then do you know what I mean? Right, Sem then. He's had a great first sector here. He's really on the money now. Really on the jackpot. Do you understand? He's on the jackpot now. He's going to be within that DRS of D-Hut. It was nice while it lasted, but looking at this, Matt didn't really have the consistency that Sem does in order to keep up with the Mercedes. I think if he can get in the DRS of the Mercedes, he's had a bit of a twitch around the front around there, so I think he will get the DRS. If he can keep in the DRS and he can, you know, get a position, try and get the gap. He potentially could do very well in terms of catching up and overtaking. Toby, do tell me, are you looking forward to tomorrow's Grand Prix? It's been a cracker so far here in Brazil. As you'd expect, now Mafio is really losing the time that he's gained. Gap now 3.1 seconds. He's under pressure from Aaron and Joey. I'm looking very much forward to tomorrow. Also, everyone, yeah, Toby will be racing in Tier 2 tomorrow, and it is 1 point that separates Yavas Tugra and Dark Engineer. I am not here. I am going to be going to London. I'm keeping it on theme, though, so don't worry. I'm watching my favourite Brazilian singer live, so I can't wait for that. It's going to be, you know, parties all night for me. But it could be a party either for Yavas Tugra or Dark Engineer. And it could be a party between Mercedes and Williams in the Tier 2 Constructors as well. It's all to play for tomorrow. It's all to play for in tomorrow's Grand Prix. And Mafio's under pressure now from Aaron Reminguez here as they come down. Reta Oposta. And it's going to be 3 wide. Joey's in the middle of the circuit. Fuck me, hallelujah. Joey's running outside of the Ferrari. Just enough space given there by the Spaniard. But yeah, pushing him off the track there. This is incredible. Joey's going to have a tight line around here. Side by side. And the Ferrari span in the path of Mafio. Aaron tried to use too much of the power and he's fucked it on the curb. Kevin Byland has span off the track, also reset the track. So that'll be a nice little cheeky penalty for him. But I don't really think it will matter too much, if I'm honest. Stems into the trend. Everyone's been in it, yeah. Everyone's been in it, yeah. And then tomorrow, I'm not here, unfortunately, so it will be Matt and Pistol, Speeds in the pit lane. But then Wednesday, we are back, and Maudi is back, ready to show everyone in the league how it's done. Brazil is my favourite track on the calendar. It's the best track on the calendar. It's going to be the best race. It's going to be incredible. SK is retired from the session. I don't know why he's retired from the session for, but, I mean, cool. But yeah, we are back on Wednesday. We are back for Tier 3, and that will you race in Tier 2 next season? So yes, any prospective drivers that want to race in the league will have to complete time trials and a race submission. Instructions will be seen in the server, and it will be based on pace, whether you're putting Tier 1, 2 or 3, or potentially if any more tiers are created demand. So we'll have to see in the next few weeks, but we are having a few weeks off in terms of racing and being competitive driving. So we just need a little bit of break, and then we'll see. So Toby, it will basically be on my pace whether I am Tier 1 or 2. But Sem then, talking about Tier 1, Sem is running outside of the Mercedes. This guy could be a good little addition for the league next season. He's in P1 here. And he's got the pace. But Sem really pushing on. He says after this race he's going to delete the game. He's going to uninstall the game and he's going to wait for F1 23. Do you know what? I don't blame him. Sem has had an absolute dull season, but it's coming alive when it needs to in terms of the final race, and it'll be a pleasure to have Sem as the Brazilian Grand Prix winner. I do see this track as home. I see this country as my second home. So it's just, I just love coming to this track, both in real life and in the game. And it looks like D-Hat likes to come into the pit lane early. He boxes lap 17. Go on to a set of medium compound tyres to the end of the Grand Prix. He's going to go for that overcut on Semike. Is the championship still on or pretty much won? What, the Tier 1 championship? Tier 1 championship was won in America by C. Bowers, 2000. He won with 2 races to go in the season, and at the moment it will be Williams that will pick up the Constructors' Championship here in Brazil. Tier 1 isn't really that exciting, to be completely honest, in terms of championship tonight. It's more about Tier 2, and then Tier 3 is just, well, the equivalent of a social race on Wednesday. As there's a Alpha Tauri off the track there, that's Kevin Byland. He's having a bit of a problem getting past Crooken here. But yeah, tier 3 Constructors is won. I won the championship last week in the Drivers' Championship. So yeah, it's all won in Tier 3. Which is a bit disappointing, I know, but yeah. Right then. Not really much happening at the moment. Yeah, I've got Bowers though catching Moustache here, so he's going to try and get the move done on the Alpine. And there's a yellow flag in sector 7, that's Kevin Byland again. Might be a retirement for Kevin Byland there. He's had a speeding in the pit lane. Right, let's see if Sam's going to box this lap. Bowers, he's catching Moustache as well. So he's in that range now to try and get this undercut. He wants to. Sam's going to carry on. Moustache is in. And Bowers is going to go the undercut. So longer into the Grand Prix. Mafia is also going to go a bit longer as well. That is the fastest lap for D-Hat in this Grand Prix. He's on fresh mediums at the moment. So is Moustache going to come out and clean out? I think he will. Moustache going to come out and clean out. Byland getting lapped. Right, is Sam going to come into the pits? He's going to carry on. Okay. Interesting. Carry on once again. Moustache is also catching Aaron Ramirez now. And Mafio is in the pit lane. So he's going to go on to a set of mediums to the end of this Grand Prix. Come out, I think, around, maybe if Crooken can really nail this corner, he might come out around Crooken and Hugo Rodriguez. And he's spanning the... Oh, I can't believe it. He's spanning the pit lane. He's spanning the pit lane. I can't believe it. Right there, 17. Yeah. Bo's going to be in. No, he's going to carry on. Bo's going to carry on. Bo's likes to, and Sam's got to Oh, it's 5-second pen. Boas likes to go long on his stints. Definitely a characteristic of being Mafia is retired from the Grand Prix. I don't know what the fuck happened to him, to be honest. I ain't got a clue what happened. Migrating host and a safety car has been deployed. Well, this is going to spice things up a bit in this Grand Prix. One moment, everyone. One moment. Right then, so this is going to close the field. Why isn't Boas pitting? Why hasn't... Do they know it's a safety car? Why haven't they boxed yet? What's going on? Oh, they're in the pit lane. What? They're not in the pit lane. What are they on about? They're not in the pits. Huh? What the fuck is going on? I'm going to have to leave and rejoin. That is a joke. I don't know what has gone on there. This game, I can't even comprehend this game. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. What was that about? What was that about? That was crazy. Did anyone just see that? That was mental. Right, hopefully it's sorted itself out now. Okay, yeah, fine. So it's D-Hat in P1. Second is VRT Moustache. Third is Boas on a set of soft tyres. Don't know why he's done that for. Fourth, Joey. Fifth, Crooken. Seventh down to P9 for some reason. I think he's boxed again, yeah. Yeah, crazy. Oh, hopefully we'll get everyone caught up to the back of the safety car, and then we'll try and have a race for the final 10 laps. Them's back in, set a medium. He was in a good position as well, he's really clear. Except doesn't mean next lap. Give me a moment, guys. Give me a moment. Hawkins in the pits. Go on to a set of softs. Even the game in the pit lane's glitchy, and apparently Mythos Speed's been disqualified for blocking the pit exit. I ain't got a clue. To be honest, I ain't got a fucking clue. And Sem has disconnected again. This game, I just don't understand it anymore. I don't get it. I do not get it. Right then, we're gonna be gearing up. This race has been really glitchy and it's just not been very I don't know. Yeah, guys, we are gearing up for the restart. Patrick needs to get a hurry on, and so does Hugo Rodriguez. Because the safety car is in this lap. Shadrin, what are you doing? Hurry up, Shadrin. He's fucking span on the curb, guys. What's going on? I think he'll make it just about. Right, so we can get Sem in before the restart. Well then, here we go. We are gearing up for the restart of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. And it's like, and they go. They've gone. They've gone, and Aaron's going to go on the inside of Joey here. And the game has boxed Sem's AI. I can't believe it. There's been a collision. That's Moustache. Moustache has span on the exit of turn 1. There's been a collision there. I can't believe it. Migrating post. Hugo Rodriguez has span again. This is just incredible. Right, Bobas then is on the back of Diha here. It's been a very weird final few laps of this Grand Prix. I think Sem's not going to join back. There's no point really. He's on hard compound tyres, so I don't really see. Yeah, I don't really see him coming back, unfortunately. Right. Right, Boas then, 5 tenths is the gap. They've boxed Sem again. They've boxed Sem's AI again. Boas in the slipstream then off the Mercedes. Those tyres though, they are going to be running out, so he needs to try and use them now, use the advantage now, try and get past the Mercedes before those mediums really come into full effect. And due to both Red Bulls now being out of this Grand Prix, Sem's not racing, Williams are the constructors now here in Brazil. Bowers is going to go for the move. P1 for the Williams driver. Solidifies that position. In a collision to turn 1. Aaron and Joey there. Can Joey pick up a podium in the final race of the season? I bet these drivers are so looking forward to lap 36. I was saying this, they're going to be so hyped for the end of lap 36. I think it's that time, you know, it's the end of the game now. There's not much to fight for. It's just a shame that some of these guys have been caught in incidences and caught in problems this race. It looks like it's going to be a good little battle for who's going to pick up the win. Is Tihad going to be able to get past Bowers as his tyres deteriorate and build a gap of 3 seconds? And Joey's got the move done on Aaron, but Aaron's going to try and get the DRS back on him. DRS activated, he's on the inside of Tacida de Largo, and he's going to get the move done, is he? Still on the inside for the next bit. All the way around the outside. No, there's not enough grip on the outside there. It's not F123. Oh, and he's still trying to go on the inside there, but he can't do it. And Crooker's going to have the grip now, is he? To try and get the move done on the Ferrari here. Well, this is a good little battle for the end of the race. Aaron's going to be, side by side with Joey down the straight. He's going to get the move done, but Crooker's going to get involved as well. Joey's going to have the DRS back down this straight. Bit of a moment there for Aaron, but it looks like he's going to get the better pace. And Boba still leads the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. See what he's going to do. DRS. No overtake though. They've been really using their overtake in this Grand Prix. Right then. The question is, can Aaron build out enough of a gap to keep P3 in this Grand Prix? To keep a podium? And can Joey even potentially get second place in this Grand Prix? It's all about how these two at the front are going to start battling and how they're going to interact with each other on the circuit. Looks like Boa's tyres are already starting to go off now. If you're still with us, thank you for staying with us here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It hasn't been the best of races. F122 has just been that game where it's been fun at times, but the majority of the time it's just been a really pain and a real chore to play F122. So But I do appreciate everyone that has turned up and raced in the league, everyone that's competed, everyone that's joined us, everyone that's watched us, everyone that's subscribed, that's followed us. It has been really, really interesting. So we appreciate that. But D-Hap is trying to come through. He's going to try and get a move on the Williams. The DRS overtake, but he's going to have 0%. They've both got 0% ERS. Really been pushing that ERS to the limit here in Brazil, and it looks like Aaron, with those better mediums, he's actually catching Dia and Boas here. I'll go for the move just yet. Thanks, back on the exit. Aaron is catching. He is catching. Aaron is catching here in Brazil. Is it going to be enough for him to clinch a podium here in Sao Paulo? And Boas has been overtaken by Dia at the hairpin. Can he get it back with the DRS? It's going to be pretty difficult. Dia's had a bit of a bad exit there off the exit. So has Boas. And Aaron now is going to come through. DRS for Boas. And DRS for Aaron here. It's going to be 3-1 into the first corner. Esto Senna into turn 1, lado. Aaron backs out of that one. And it's going to be P1 Boas. Second, is it going to be Aaron in through the go with the Largo? No, it's going to be still Lado as they go into the Largo. Aaron's been pushed to the inside of the circuit there. Aaron's on the inside of the corner. Dia's been spun and there's been a collision and Joey's gone to P1. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. What's gone on there? There's been a massive collision. Massive contact through that corner, and Crooken is in P2. Joey's P1. I can't believe it. Oh, wow. What has gone on there? I think 3 wide just doesn't go. Aaron was on for an incredible position as well. He's had enough of that one. And I can't believe it. Absolute mental scenes here in Sao Paulo. I can't believe it. That was crazy. Yeah, that was mental. Absolutely mental. Wow. I'm so confused right now. It's crazy. So baffled. So baffled. He was catching, but it just weren't to be for Aaron here today. And Joey is going to come round Jean-Sao, and he's going to come round the final corner. And Joey is going to come through to win in Sao Paulo. It has been a crazy race. Not the best of races, but we weren't expecting the best of races based on the state of the championship. But wow. Just wow. Yeah, Boas, your champion, is going to come through to finish in P6. Yeah, that was a crazy race. Absolutely crazy race here in Brazil. Joey kept it clean. Joey kept it consistent. He kept it out the walls. Kept it out of any mischief, and he is your race winner for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Yeah, Joey then is your race winner. Second Crooken, and I believe third was the Mercedes. So that was Deha. Deha, I don't know how to say his name. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Let's go to race. It's not working. Yeah, so he was P3 for him. So yes, crazy, but that is the end now of Tier 1 for F1 2022. First, Joey, second, Crooken, third, Deha, fourth, Shadrin, fifth, Callum, sixth, Boas, Dan Souza, Sem, Add-on, he'll get 2 points, he finished enough for the Grand Prix. Tem, and then you got Hugo Rodriguez, Moustache, Mafio, SK, Ali Ferrari, Julian, Matteo Limburger, Mythos Speed, and Kevin Byron. That is your results of a very mediocre Sao Paulo Grand Prix. I don't think I'd ever be saying that. It was very mediocre. Seems like the drivers don't really care too much, which is understandable. It's the end of the game now, so I do completely understand that. But yeah, commiserations to those who were affected by any sort of collision here in Brazil. But that is your classification for the final race of the season. I don't think the driver's going to join the party for an interview, so we will wrap things up. No, okay, Joey's in here. Okay, I'm sure. Okay then. Okay. They did join the party after all. Right then, I won't take too much of your time, Crooken and Joey. A crazy race here in Brazil. It seems like the Tier 1 lot really weren't feeling the race tonight. The game, it's been hard, but we've finished it on a high. From my understanding, you're both going to be here tomorrow anyway. So, I mean, if there's any different facts, I don't know. But we'll go to you first, Crooken. A very mediocre race tonight. It might include your audio. A very mediocre race tonight. Take us. Just briefly, how you feeling about the race?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Got taken out both Grand Prix at the start. That Kevin guy, I don't know what his problem is, but he can't race. I just did what I can. I started at the wrong tyre. I was meant to start in the hards, started in the mediums, and that really threw me off, especially when the safety car came out. Tried to keep my nose clean. Kevin he took me out again, and basically just tried to bring it home on the softs. The car was absolutely terrible on the softs. They don't last long at all. So last few laps was absolutely crap in the sector 2. But I don't know what happened up front. I just saw 3 cars on the barrier. Some of the standards tonight just wasn't good enough, unfortunately. It's a podium, and fair play to Joey as well. That's justice for that 20-second penalty he got in the first race. So congrats to him.
Okay. Joey, you'll be here tomorrow, so you're going to have probably a much better race tomorrow because it is 1 point between the 2 championship contenders. But safely, you won today. You had some good practice for tomorrow. Are you looking forward to tomorrow's race? Hello? No? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah.
Can you hear me? quality just for some reason felt amazing. Got up front and good start. Went along with Matt. I remember he was very high on wing, so I tried to get him on the main straight in the last lap. I got him, but he pushed me off, so I got a 20 seconds for. It was a stupid game, but yeah, fifth position, clean race, and then I don't know what happened with the guys ahead of me, but all three of them just crashed into each other, and I provided of that massively. So yeah, it was a chaotic race, well, not for me.
Okay, thank you, Joey. That concludes then your STB Race League Season 22 for Tier 1. Tonight, I don't know what was going on, very mediocre Grand Prix in Brazil. But you know what? It's fine, we'll move on. There you go. Tomorrow will be the race that you want to see this week. Yavis Tugra and Dark Engineer are battling for the championship. The gap is 1 point between the two. So you can join us tomorrow for what is a very highly anticipated Grand Prix. I'm not here, so it will be Pistol and Mafia in the combox once again, but I won't be racing, so I won't be able to get 2 wins this week, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a shame. But you can all watch me on Wednesday get the win instead. So happy days. We'll see you tomorrow then for Tier 2 Interlagos. We'll see you then.